we're at Eastend Promises. I'm Lewis, bass player, lead singer.
I'm Wayne, play guitar, lead guitar for the band.
Yeah, I'm Iason, I play drums.
I'm Jay, I play rhythm guitar.
I'm playing just in time.
When was it?
Well, school, weren't it? Really?
Yeah, in school, me and Wayne got together, started up a few bands and that.
A few little punk bands.
A few punk bands.
Didn't go
Nah. Ended up getting a new drummer and that, and his name was Spike, and then we got my brother in, Jake. He come to do some guitar for us. I took over on vocals.
It just started off with some ideas.
In 2008, I think you joined, didn't you, Ace?
Yeah.
Or just after that, might have been 2009.
2 years ago.
Yeah, we got Iason in to do the drums, and then since then we've been full steam ahead. Got an album done, got signed. Like, loving it.
You're mine.
Being from the East End, you know what I mean, we was thinking along them sort of lines and that to like appeal to our little fan base we had. And I see the film Eastend Promises, and then sort of nicked it from that. I like the film.
Borrowed it.
Yeah, borrowed rather than nicked.
More of a reference.
Yeah.
Not direct thievery or, you know.
No, don't want to get sued.
EP really though, isn't it?
EP we're trying to stick with, you know what I mean? To not alienate people, you know, from up north or whatever, you know.
Every town has an East End.
Well, we've just been
cracking on with the album. Yeah, we got the album done last year. Went up Newcastle to do it. Record label sorted us out. And then from then we've just been trying to promote it and getting our single out. A single come out today, wasn't it?
Baking, not faking, cause I'll hold it.
And then like it's been really good. We've been getting some good feedback from some football players and a few other bands, and that been pumping us all over. My family getting right behind us, getting this single out, and then we're just going to concentrate on the album launch next. Get that going, keep gigging, keep on the road. That's it. Just about sort of like state of London really, like how much aggro has been going on, you know, the riots, everything like that.
Well, we actually writ it before the riots.
The recessions, yeah, I know,
yeah,
but
it
like sort of come out something like pack of time really.
Yeah.
When London.
When we was recording the album in Newcastle, that's when all the trouble was happening in London.
So we didn't actually get to see it.
Yeah.
But we
weren't directly involved. Yeah. Couldn't have been. We weren't there.
We weren't there, and that's what we're going to stick with.
Yeah.
Even though I was working at Argos at the time, and that got raided as well.
Yeah, got banged up.
Yeah.
Yeah, just about you know like this recession and everything, all this trouble that they've caused us. And we're the ones paying for it. Do you know what I mean? They're still sitting there in their yachts and doing whatever, and getting a nice tan and whatever.
It's just about the reforms.
Just taking the piss, really.
The reforms and the changes of what's happened to where we're living, really.
Well, don't give up, never give up.
Well, we all contribute towards the music. I mean, primarily Lewis writes all the lyrics.
I write all the lyrics, and then, but like when we're coming up with a song, it's kind of someone will come in, like at practice, like we are now. Oh yeah, I've got this. I like Bosh. They'll do that. I'll do my bass, he'll do his guitars, and then we sort of it all just comes together like that.
And then we structure.
And then whatever that song makes me feel like is what I'll write, and that's it. That's just how it happens. I'm not going to change that. That's the way I get my stuff done. So
usually the best stuff we've done has been
inspired by us, isn't it? Like,
the music comes first, and then the lyrics come afterwards.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
So like when we write, it's kind of like
wouldn't do it another way.
The music will kind of provide the mood for
definitely.
you.
Yeah, imagine, you know what I mean? You write some sad lyrics and that, and then we do a pumpy jumpy song to it. You know what I mean? And try and fit it all in. It don't work. Like some people it might do, but not for me. Just sort of gather it from the music.
But obviously we're all still learning ourselves songwriting and stuff like that. So
Yeah. We ain't magic then, yeah.
there's been a few really.
What's your favourite gig?
There has been quite a few. It's hard to say what one's favourite because they all have their,
Touch.
their special.
I liked
moments.
it with Miss and Andy up there. I thought that was one pucker, and all that.
I mean,
That was good. That the Bridge House. That was proper. That
if you're talking about in terms of
Oxford O2 was good.
yeah, I was going to say if you're
That
talking
was
about in
quite
terms of venues, then probably O2 can.
Golden
be
Fleece, Chelmsford.
Yeah,
that was
good.
alright.
Yeah.
That was quite pucker. That one.
We had one in Acton that went down really
King's
well.
Head.
Yeah.
King's Head,
That was
yeah.
really good. So West London.
Yeah.
Quite far. Not.
What was it? Bournemouth.
Bournemouth, bruv. Yeah, with Constellation.
Yeah.
That was
That was
proper.
a good
That was proper. Yeah, I can see. I mean, we were thinking about more and more ones, but do you know what? Couldn't pick a favourite. Like,
Yeah,
simple
yeah.
as that.
Yeah.
It's just they're all different. They all got that different kind of thing. You can go somewhere and you might be right.
It's odd
It
in
looks
London.
ampy in there, like everyone's sort of sitting there, don't want to know, and then you start playing and they might just start getting into it, and then all of a sudden you turn it around, bosh.
Depends where you go in London.
Sometimes. I mean, the Central, everyone was sitting there all umpy at
That was
first,
a good gig as well.
and then
Central.
to the end of the set, everyone was standing up chatting.
Hammers, bruv, the Hammers as well.
The Hammers as
Oh,
well.
the Hammers pub, that was pucker.
A lot of people just walk in and go, "Oh, it's just a band," and then when they hear it,
One thing
they
is,
like the lyrics or they like the
I
song.
think
don't
some
know,
people look at
sometimes
us, they don't expect to hear
Yeah,
what they
they
hear.
don't.
Do you know what I mean? They sort of look at us and don't know what to expect.
And a lot of
You know what I mean?
a lot of the people that are there, they say to us that it's actually quite refreshing to hear someone like us come along.
Yeah.
You know, they're from what they usually hear anyway.
Yeah, people from their own end or whatever, or even if we're not. It's something brand new to them, like, you know what I mean? So
one thing I've noticed though is definitely that you don't get a lot of live music this far out east.
no, not really.
So
Yeah.
it's kind of cool to bring that to this area.
Who's come to the area? Like only what? Cockney Rejects, Plan B.
Yeah.
Who else? I don't know.
Oh, mate.
Oh yeah, back in the day. Yeah, but like,
But I mean, it's not like there's a venue on every street sort of thing. There's
Nah.
like you go up to Camden,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
so like inundated with it all the time.
Hoxton.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
all these places, they just don't.
There's a scene.
Yeah, well, it's not that they're just like so jaded. They just don't give a shit about
Yeah,
seeing
yeah.
bands. They're just like, oh, just another band, just another haircut,
yeah,
another pair of skinny jeans, and another.
I'm glad we don't do that actually. We ain't really got style either.
I can't afford a haircut, so.
I'll do it myself. Look at that. Look, see what I mean? Summer comes up, shave it off. Sod it.
Please forgive me, Lord. Please forgive me. I have sinned.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Think
yeah.
so. Yeah,
well,
yeah.
it's kind of
Next
in,
on the agenda, really.
It's
In the pipeline. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
in the pipeline.
That's
We're
all I'd say
talking
at the
about
minute.
it.
It's going to happen one way or the other. Either way, we're going on top. But there's one that's could be good for us. We're not going to say that.
when we know, you'll know.
Yeah.
That's it, really. Yeah.
Please forgive me.
Thousands.
Nah, not that. No, it's all.
Yeah.
I think we all got inspired by different things, and that's what sort of makes it. Like, who's your biggest band, Jake? You love
I think it's
listening to?
Jimmy World by far.
Yeah, I would probably say Jimmy.
Oh, yeah.
Myself.
I don't know. When I was a kid, it's probably Zeppelin,
Yeah,
and then later on I got
Yeah.
into sort of.
yeah. When I was a kid, it was sort of like Guns N' Roses, then sort of Blink 182, then Kings of Leon and Incubus, and
And don't forget, I
just
mean,
them sort of got me into their music.
don't
and
forget,
that.
I mean, when you're at home, obviously your mum and dad play music as well, and you know you start listening. I mean, your dad liked Guns N' Roses.
That's
didn't
what I mean. That's what got me into like
Yeah,
the rock
but my
stuff
favourite
as a
songwriter
kid.
is George Michael, believe it or not. And that's actually true.
I ain't surprised.
Yeah, it is. It's true.
No, there's nothing wrong with him actually.
I ain't scared to
be.
say it. It's
Alright,
true.
why not?
Probably Elvis for me, actually.
You know what? First album I ever bought actually.
Nah,
was,
songwriter Bob
on
Dylan,
CD.
man. Bob Dylan.
Will
Serious.
Smith.
It's true as
Yeah,
well, isn't it? You can't
right.
even fucking
The
joke.
first album I bought on CD was Will Smith, Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, Boom Shake the Room.
Invented hip hop. Didn't he? So
What? Will Smith invented hip hop?
yeah.
Yeah.
First ever one I ever heard.
Yeah, sure. That's fine.
thought it was NWA, wasn't it?
Oh, Grandmaster Flash.
I'll try and keep this straight face.
Eminem invented hip hop, didn't he?
No, Will Smith was. I'm telling you. Yeah, Eminem says in one of his videos, man, I was listening to my Will Smith CD, you know what I mean? I don't think he's being sarcastic either.
Smiles of me leaves me with this pain.
Bum. Do we?
Well, I don't know. It's just
Fatboy Slim.
there's a few moments where, not for me, because I'm too into it. It's difficult to listen to it objectively.
Who do we get compared to? That's the thing.
Well, like that guy from what's his name?
Absolute Radio,
He
yeah.
was saying
Pete Donaldson.
Two Doors.
He said we sounded like Two Door Cinema Club.
Well, Troubled London.
Troubled London.
Like
is one
every
track.
kind of track has a different kind of angle and
Flavour, yeah.
That's what makes us unique, isn't it?
Yeah, we don't try and do one kind of music and just pump out an album with the same old. Every track we do different, you know what I mean? So it's like one song will be like Two Door Cinema Club, like, you know, that's who we got compared
One
to.
song
Without
will be, yeah.
Another song will sound
heavy.
Like it sounds reggae, like, you know what I mean? Like Plead Your Innocence or whatever.
So I don't think there's any sort of one band that we're tied into, really.
And the way I sing, like, you know what I mean, different as well. So it ain't like, oh, we sing, you know what I mean? I think that happens a lot, doesn't it? Like a band
don't
that come
sound
out.
like too many people. Yeah.
Nah, don't sound like anyone. So kind of that.
We'd need
Basically the answer is every song will sound a bit of someone in there. Like, you know.
But
Oh, that
we do-
sounds a bit
we
like
do
Stinging
try
the
to,
Police,
like,
do you know what I mean?
Where it
Something
is
like that.
obviously like, you know, guitar-based rock band, it can obviously, we're trying to make it just not that derivative and like sound like too many people. It's so difficult to
Well, we're still trying
write
to-
original music that doesn't sound like everybody else, and
Yeah.
to compare yourself to everyone else is kind of like is not why we do it in the
Yeah,
first
of
place.
course.
Maybe it takes everything in me.
It's took over, really, isn't it? To be fair, that's it. Like, it's the only way to get somewhere. If you ain't on a social network, you ain't. Simple as that. And it's all free, so it helps.
I mean,
Do you know
Twitter's
what I mean?
massive.
Twitter,
Twitter's
look at
massive.
that. You know what I mean? You can see just how popular someone is just by looking at that, and you can sort of gather how many albums they would sell just by how many people they've got on their Facebook. So
It's important as well because
it's just
of
so easy for people.
how many you know, well, famous people are already meeting.
Yeah, I know. You know what I mean? Yeah, we get
quite
getting
bad.
about of people's Twitters and whatnot. Yeah, you gotta.
Hashtag.
It is probably the most important thing for a band nowadays, without a doubt. You know what I mean?
Any
Because
advice I can
everyone,
give?
what do? They're sitting there. I could just sit here now, go on my Facebook and talk to someone. That's it, bosh. Wherever they are in the world, don't matter.